Traditional construction. Construction is a general term meaning the art and science to form objects, systems, or organizations, and comes from Latin constructio and Old French, construction. To construct is the verb, the act of building, and the noun is construction, how something is built, the nature of its structure. The history of construction overlaps many other fields like structural engineering and relies on other branches of science like archaeology, history and architecture to investigate how the builders lived and recorded their accomplishments. Those fields allow us to analyze constructed buildings and other structures built since prehistory, the tools used and the different uses of building materials. History of building is evolving by different trends in time, marked by few key principles: durability of the materials used, the increasing of height and span, the degree of control exercised over the interior environment, and finally the energy available to the construction process. Construction under the traditional construction procedure is performed by contractors. While they would like to satisfy the owner and the building designers, contractors have the main objective of making a profit. Hence, their initial task is to prepare a bid price based on an accurate estimate of construction costs. This requires development of a concept for performance of the work and a construction time schedule. After a contract has been awarded, contractors must furnish and pay for all materials, equipment, power, labor, and supervision required for construction. The owner compensates the contractors for construction costs and services. In its most widely used context, construction covers the processes involved in delivering buildings, infrastructure and industrial facilities, and associated activities through to the end of their life. It typically starts with planning, financing, and design, and continues until the asset is built and ready for use. Construction also covers repairs and maintenance work, any works to expand, extend and improve the asset, and its eventual demolition, dismantling or decommissioning. A general contractor assumes overall responsibility for construction of a building. The contractor engages subcontractors who take responsibility for the work of the various trades required for construction. For example, a plumbing contractor installs the plumbing, an electrical contractor installs the electrical system, a steel erector structural steel, and an elevator contractor installs elevators. Their contracts are with the general contractor, and they are paid by the general contractor. Sometimes, in addition to a general contractor, the owners contracts separately with specialty contractors, such as electrical and mechanical contractors, who perform a substantial amount of the work required for a building. Such contractors are called prime contractors. Their work is scheduled and coordinated by the general contractor, but they are paid directly by the owner. Sometimes also, the owner may use the design-build method and award a contract to an organization for both the design and construction of a building. Such organizations are called design-build contractors. One variation of this type of contract is employed by developers of groups of one-family homes or low-rise apartment buildings. During construction, all work should be inspected. For this purpose, the owner, often through the architect and consultants, engages inspectors. The field inspectors may be placed under the control of an owner's representative, who may be titled Clerk of the Works, Architect Superintendent, Engineer Superintendent, or Resident Engineer. The inspectors have the responsibility of ensuring that construction meets the requirements of the contract documents and is performed under safe conditions. Such inspections may be made at frequent intervals. In addition, inspections also are made by representatives of one or more governmental agencies. They have the responsibility of ensuring that construction meets legal requirements and have little or no concern with detailed conformance with the contract documents. Such legal inspections are made periodically or at the end of certain stages of construction. One agency that will make frequent inspections is the local or state building department. whichever has jurisdiction. The purpose of these inspections is to ensure conformance with the local or state building code. Following is a description of the basic traditional construction procedure for a multi-story building. A multi-story building is a building that has multiple stories and typically contains vertical circulation in the form of ramps, stairs, and lifts. Classifications of multi-story buildings include low-rise, a building which is not tall enough to be classified as high-rise. Mid-rise, buildings of 5 to 10 stories, equipped with lifts. High-rise, more than 7 to 10 stories. Skyscraper, 40 stories or more. Superdal, exceeding 300 m. Megadal, exceeding 600 m. Construction contract to a general contractor. The owner may ask the contractor to start a portion of the work before signing of the contract by giving the contractor a letter of intent, or after signing of the contract by issuing a written notice to proceed. The contractor then obtains construction permits, as required, from governmental agencies, such as the local building, water, sewer, and highway departments. The general contractor plans and schedules construction operations in detail and mobilizes equipment and personnel for the project. Subcontractors are notified of the contract award and issued letters of intent or awarded subcontracts, then are given, at appropriate times, notices to proceed. Before construction starts, the general contractor orders a survey to be made of adjacent structures and terrain, both for the record and to become knowledgeable of local conditions. A survey is then made to lay out construction. Next, the site is prepared to receive the building. This work may involve grading the top surface to bring it to the proper elevations, excavating to required depths for basement and foundations, and shifting of utility piping. For deep excavations, earth sides are braced and the bottom is drained. Major construction starts with the placement of foundations, on which the building rests. This is followed by the erection of load-bearing walls and structural framing. Depending on the height of the building, ladders, stairs, or elevators may be installed to enable construction personnel to travel from floor to floor and eventually to the roof. As the building rises, pipes, ducts, and electric conduit and wiring are installed. Then, permanent floors, exterior walls, and windows are constructed. At the appropriate time, permanent elevators are installed. If required, fireproofing is placed for steel framing. Next, fixed partitions are built and the roof and its covering, or roofing, are put in place. Finishing operations follow. These include installation of the following ceilings: tile, wallboard, wall paneling, plumbing fixtures, heating furnaces, air conditioning equipment, heating and cooling devices for rooms, escalators, floor coverings, window glass, movable partitions, doors, finishing hardware, electrical equipment and apparatus, including lighting fixtures, switches, outlets, transformers, and controls, and other items called for in the drawings and specifications. Field offices, fences, bridges, and other temporary construction must be removed from the site. Utilities, such as gas, electricity, and water, are hooked up to the building. The site is landscaped and paved. Finally, the building interior is painted and cleaned. So that's the video, guys. If you like the video, like, share and subscribe for more weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching this video.